Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. Welcome back to 4 More Minutes. I am Sam Bailey, the Soul Stir, stirring up your hearts and minds for God. I want to thank you guys for joining me this morning. I appreciate all you who continue to support 4 More Minutes, and I'm going to keep doing this, sharing some positivity, some inspiration, insight, and motivation out into the world. So I really appreciate you guys who support this. It's so important to know that there are people who support you and people who want to be an active participant in sharing positivity and good news. So I want to thank you for that. If you have not yet done so, please subscribe to the Soul Stir on YouTube, as that is the quickest, easiest, most effective way to share these videos. This morning, I want to talk about taking responsibility. I know that's a hard one for us to process sometimes because we don't like to take responsibility. And what happens is when you don't take the responsibility that you should take, you fall into the blame game and you begin to blame other people for why you haven't done this, why you aren't the person we need to be, why you never achieve, why you're failing, why you can't finish your homework, why we don't have. So I think there's a level of responsibility to everything. I think even some of the relationships we have, when they go bad or go wrong, we don't even take responsibility on our part on we chose the person, or maybe we weren't at the right mind when we chose this person, or maybe we didn't choose right. Maybe there were telltale signs, red flags that were there before you even proceeded in the relationship. Then when it goes bad, you just blame the other person. Or maybe we allow things in the first part of the relationship to go on and then they manifest. Same thing with our children. We allow things in our children at early ages and we don't combat it, or we don't deal with it or address it, and then it just grows up. It's like my dog. I have to train him when he's young, and if he grows older and he has bad habits, like the dog whisperer, he said a lot of these habits, he said there's no such thing as bad dogs, there's bad owners. And I love it because that's so true. We don't train the dog right, and then when he acts crazy, then we blame the dog, but it's not the dog. And so it's like we got everything we need in life to be successful. On the spiritual side, we got the word, we got the spirit, and if you have not gotten a good Bible-based church, if you're not hearing the word every day, if you're not praying, if you're not meditating, if you're not spending time in silence and in solitude, you're probably not reaching your full potential. So stop blaming everybody. I use the example of the Cowboys, and I'm not saying this to start a sports conversation. I just see lessons in everything. I'm not a Cowboys fan anymore. I used to be when I was 14, back with Troy Emmett and Irvin. And, it's 27 years, I think, since they made it to the Super Bowl, something like that long. And a lot of it becomes because nobody will take responsibility. Nobody will own up to what's wrong. And I think after the game of the day, they were blaming the referees for different things like that. Listen, you shouldn't even been in that situation. Every other team that had the home field, they blew out the team. Tampa blew them out. Kansas City blew them out. Buffalo blew them out. The Rams blew them out. They had the home court of it. It shouldn't even been that close. You're at home. If you're the best offensive team in the league, that's no excuse for that. You got to win that game. But then, again, when you're not taking responsibility, you make excuses. The responsibility was that we didn't play where we ought to be. We weren't prepared. We weren't coached up right. They just came and smashed us in the mouth. That's like life, right? Sometimes life just smashes you in the mouth, and you've just got to say, I got to take this L. And that's what it is. I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared. And then people say things sometimes like, the better team didn't win. Well, the better team did win. Well, I heard somebody say, well, if we played them again on another day, we'd have blown them out. We'll never know that, right? Because you're at the house. So stop making excuses and take responsibility all across the board. And when you take responsibility, you can really experience growth, because then you can look honestly at where I am and where I need to go, and you can grow from there. So God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Take ownership. Own it. And that's how true growth begins to occur. You got to own it all, the good and the bad. And it's okay to celebrate and take credit for your successes, but don't distance yourself from your failures as either. So go on, be great today. God is great in us, and we can be great to others. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you tomorrow right here on 4 More Minutes.